Hello and welcome back to another video. Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a while. Actually, I'm consistent now in uploading videos. And as you see here, I'm in kind of a hurry. I need to log in and go into the manufacturer series as it's at 7 p.m. my time, Gulf time, I believe, because you're at +4. I'm waiting for the entry at 7:20. So missed the first one because I just came out of work at 6. So it takes me like an hour to get back home, and yeah, just in time to enter the next point race. We'll be doing 15 laps on Sardinia. We'll be racing on the medium and soft tires. So tire wear is nice. Times 5 is not really that bad. We can go on the soft tires for a while, but my strategy that I was doing here was not really the greatest. So I did do some practice on the medium tires because we'll be using that for the most time of the race, most laps. And as we get in here, I'm ranked 11th in this lobby. It's a good balance of lobby, a good balance of nations, I can say. Yeah, some French, some British, some Italians, a lot of Italians, but yeah, I hope. Oh, we have 81 points for at grabs here from P1, so that's what we'll be heading for, and we're going to start in the qualifying right now. So qualifying was really straightforward. I just for my point of view, I didn't want to have to be in behind someone for slipstream, like everybody else like waits for slipstream. But for me, in my past races, I've noticed that I'm quicker without slipstream, because if you're in slipstream, you have to like also manage your braking, like you don't go into the back of somebody who's in front of you, and yeah, that kind of slows you down a little bit, even though it will gain on the straights. But anyway, I'm gonna whip it forward to the start of the, as you see there, I've already tried to create a gap in front of me and behind me so that I don't have to defend or anything like that. I could have a free lap to go, like just basically like F1. Like F1, they create like a big gap for themselves so that they can have a good flying lap. And as you see here, it's starting off pretty well, but the time of day in the game was not really ideal. It was really dark at some points. Oh, that's not Audi. That's not the Daddy Creo or Daddy Christie. I think that's the name. Yeah, was not having a good flying lap, already spun around turn 5, I believe that was. But for me, all straight and go. I'm seeing like I'm catching up to the guy in P4. So I don't know, maybe they pointed each other or something. I don't know. Maybe that's what happened, because it's really hard for somebody to hit that wall in that direction right there. But this set of corners right here, that's the first corner. The exit speed there is important, and also up the hill over here, because here is a very tricky. You have to go left to right, and then a little bit of brake, and then a little bit of coasting, and use most of the track limits. You use that line of concrete, I can say, because it's not really tarmac. And here also you can really spin out like easy, like I almost did there, but I felt like I was a little bit slow on those last two corners, and I just needed to make another flying lap. You see the P1 people are making 142, 143. I'm gonna head up in P1, as you see. So no slipstream is okay, but at the end of I was going for another lap there. I almost spun out, and I lost a lot of time there, a lot of tenths in that. As you see, they already lost 6 tenths in just that once almost spin. And also here, I wasn't really good on I used most of the tires, but most of the time I used most of the tires were on the grass, and didn't really help out with that qualifying. And I ended up in still P2, but P1 was really not that quick, but quick. And I was just trying to chase him down. As he's off 41.6, I ended up at 1.1 to like 5 tenths quicker than me. And here we go. We're starting the race. I'm not really sure we need to feel safe, but I just put it on film lane mix 6, trying to decide whether or not to, but let's see. Maybe that lean mix is gonna give me a higher push, a higher reservation on the tires. As in 3, 2, 1, go. Let's see. The Porsche also is a good car around here, so the Porsche is definitely the Porsche, also the Mercedes, if it's driven carefully. No need to attack the fast corners because the tires are still cold. We just need to, you see, they're almost, also the guy behind me almost kind of losing it. And yeah, here we go. I'm trying to not let the guy in front of me like push away, because if I give him time to, you see, he almost went wide because of her tires. I decided to start with the medium tires for the longest run. Like I'm going to pit in around lap 8 or lap 9, around there, so that I can have fresher tires in the last stage of this race. As I say, the racing is okay. It's just calm down. The first 5 people are not having a really big issue. But then everything starts around here. I thought the tires were really warm enough, and he kind of braked really early. He brakes a little bit, or I braked a little bit late, but my tires were not really that warm yet. But then he does take the position back, hit there a little bit, and the Mercedes behind me is going to catch up, which is not really ideal, losing a position there. Let him go through because he had the better run onto the corner. I didn't want to fight really that much, but then he doesn't get a good exit speed onto that kind of an S, I might say. And yeah, on back to the back stretch. This is a very fast switching right-hander, and he's just right there behind me for the slipstream. He can get most of it. He's gonna come past flying by. Look at that. Side by side, going up the hill and down the braking zone. Oh, the Russian behind me is also coming really in quick. Oh, a little bit late on the brakes, but then I keep the position, which is really ideal. That's what we need. But B1 Formula G37 is I think he bought the new wheel. I don't know, maybe I think that's a new Logitech wheel. But anyway, I'm still using my own Logitech G29, really good at it at the moment, so it's really immense, massive. I did dial in the settings, the force feedback and the torque band. Oh, as I almost hit there on the wall, I was looking behind and yeah, tried to turn the wheel, but nothing. Understeer wall. The Mercedes goes ahead in front of me again. Brakes at the right point. I'm not going to go for the move. Almost hit him at behind, almost lost it. Come on, hold it. Oh, somebody's there. It's an Aston Martin. It's an Italian. I think there's an Italian with a blue Aston Martin, I believe, yeah. I think I saw him a while during the qualifying. Oh, that was a very clean corner. The DBR9, yeah. He's a little bit quicker. And then the Jaguar, I think, is behind here. I've lost a position, actually. 3, which is not, I think they're on the soft tires, so I'm not really going to fight them. I'm going to try and keep up with them with the slipstream, which is my main friend right here. But as you see here, the straight line speed of the Aston Martin and the Jaguar is really superior to the Lexus, which is not really, I'm not really complaining, but the Lexus excels in fuel management and tire management, so I can race for longer races because I have a good top band rather than the Aston Martin in front of me. You see, it is really quick. The DBR9, also the V12 Vantage is usually really quick on the straight line speed. The Jaguar behind me, I think it got a buff on the horsepower in the balance of power, which means the weight to power ratio. I think it was adjusted. No, it's not really that much of a heavy car. Was also Lexus was really actually reduced on the power to weight ratio. They increased the weight because it was a really good car. If you've watched the some of the races that I did in the manufacturer series. The one I did, or the Nations Cup race, the one I did in Suzuka, I dominated that, and also one other race I dominated in the Lexus because it was a better car. Oh, a little bit wide there into the grass. I forgot to shift down so that it can make the car turn around. Now the Porsche is coming into the play. I thought they were going to go for the lunge over there, but okay. I thought they were going to go in for the lunge there, but yeah, you never know. I didn't want to get punted, but now they have the slipstream on me. Down to that very fast right-hander. P1, P2, P3 are really leading the grid right there. Oh, it's coming in real quick like a missile. Let's see. Oh, he already goes past, but I'm going to just hang in there, a little bit defensive. Thought I was going to go in. Oh, Domenico has spun round. I think he touched the gravel and it messed up his cornering and sent him into Mr. Barry over there, which gives us a position, which is almost lost in there again, which is not kind of great. Oh, the Porsches are coming. I saw like 3 Porsches behind me. Oh, it's going to be a really quick, it's going to be a really hard race. Yeah, they're gaining on us. The Porsche I think was the best, and that actually is. If you've seen my last 3 videos, it is good for a race because it manages. It's good in cornering, like the mid engine, because you see most of the cars in front of us are front engine. I did have to go in for the lunge because he braked a little bit late, like 100 meters late, and I didn't want to go into the back of him. So here we go. Back into P3 now, trying to hand down the Mercedes in front of me, which is going to be a little bit of a work, but let's see. Maybe if he does make a mistake into the coming corners. Oh, got punted from behind. I think I had that. I think I did feel that, and while I was driving, because my wheel did shake a little bit, and yeah, going a lap later, trying to keep away from the guys behind me. Oh, yeah, that really happened. Trying to get back onto the straight line, which I could have like saved it like really well. I ended up spinning into the wall again. Need to get traction, come on. Down into P11 from P3. That was really not the best way. Dirty tires or medium tires. And then I'm almost going in for new tires. I think I should. The problem is, look at this. I was so mad at that I should have gone in for newer tires there. As you see there, somebody was changing into the mediums and softs. But then I decided to stay out again with this French guy here, which was really not amazing because he kept defending all the way. As you see, again, 2 laps later. I should have, a lap later actually. Actually it's 2 laps, yeah, because I'm going in for lap 9, yeah. If I ended in lap 7. I should have gone in for this time to pit, but I don't know. You see, the tires are really dying of death and crying to be changed. I should have gone in here. You see, the P1 and P2. P1 and P2 had soft tires. I should have gone in and gotten my soft tires, but I decided to stay out. You see, the 2 British people were on soft tires, on medium tires actually, and they changed onto the soft tires. And they really took advantage of that. I should have taken advantage. I came in for the second, let's say end of lap 9, beginning of lap 10. You see that there's a big chunk of cars coming in, which would have been ideal, but then, ooh, somebody gets punted. But the Porsche, but the Barbie, and he gets a 2-second penalty. Yeah, that's what you get for punting people wide. Now this is where I was really fed up with this race, because you have fresher tires. People are not giving you the way, even if their faults are like, look at this. I was hoping so much not to get a penalty there, and it's a good thing I didn't, because he was like came to a standstill and I didn't want to punt him. Now these 2 people here, one French and one Italian, decide they want to take the whole, like, I don't know, I was quicker. He moves on to the right side. I tried to move on to the behind him and push him, but he doesn't want to budge. He doesn't want to budge, and then it creates some space, and had to break in a little bit late, but got punted a little bit, didn't make the corner, and he's just right there. Look at that, not giving me any space. And it's a good thing that the stewards were seeing what is going on, and they didn't give me any penalties for this. Though I didn't really get a clean lap race because I went, oh, look at that. I gave him enough space, but he hit the wall and came back and hit me. And which was great. I didn't almost hit the wall there. Like on that point, the wing can get caught into the barrier and you spin around, and the good thing that didn't happen. And P11 goes in for newer tires. It was medium tires. That was a really long stint for him. He's gonna go right down back behind, and nothing really much happened. The guy in front of me got a penalty. It was just the end of the race. I was so fed up. I said I want to do this race again. And definitely, if you're still sticking around here, the second part of this video is not really that long. It's really quick because I went past going into P11. It was really good. Not really best, but I should have been higher, because even if it was not for the defending of those Beetles, I don't know, I would have probably gone back into P5 or something. And also my mistakes in the time to pitch, which I earned 47 points of this, but I say nah, I'm not doing this. Go back, load it up again. So for the third point in race, I might say, still ranked 11th, still a good fare of nationalities, not really that bad, and no one was here before. And after qualifying, I ended up in P1, where I should have been since the start of the last race. But again, I'm not going to kind of a spoil. I'm not going to finish it fast, but it's going to be a good race. It's going to be a good race. Starting in pole position, no need to change on the, because I saw there was still a lot of fuel left, so no need to put it into 6 again and then back. And starting off, there's a Croatian, I think that's the flag, if I'm not wrong. That Croatian guy behind me was really also quick, because he was like 2 tenths slower than me. And again, I noticed that the Porsche in this track is very, very dominant. I thought the Lexus, which I was the only Lexus person in the whole game, in the whole 2 races, I really did represent Lexus in a big way. And turn 1, okay, no one punted me. Tires are still cold, but this time I decided to start with the softer tires and then change it to the medium tires later. Instead, I went a little bit too hot. Still cold tires. I didn't want to spin around. At least I was ghosted and I wasn't punted wide. And lose the 4 positions, but not really that bad. There's an Albanian guy behind me. I think that's the flag. I'm not sure. Mike gets a penalty, 1 second penalty, I guess, because of punting P2. Brian, I'm going to call him Brian. Brainy. I think, maybe. The Spaniard, anyway. We've been a little bit of a launch there, because I said go aggressive, like really, really aggressive. I'm not supposed to be in P4, I'm supposed to be in P1 or like get a podium, you know. And these two here, they were really, really fighting. Look at this. Like the Spaniard almost went into just darting around left and right, deciding to go wide, then going narrow, and then I'm going to take the better line, you know. You see, if you stick onto the driving line, you get the better advantage out of it. And but the bad thing is he has my slipstream behind, and it is a McLaren F1 GT3, and it has the straight line speed. He's going to move on to the right side, and once it gets in the left side, and take the position, even still accelerating, because it really has a high top speed. I might say gave him a little bit of tried to squeeze him, but I gave him enough space, not for him to dip the tires into the stand and lose it. And gave the position back to P2, not Terminal 2. So used to working in Terminal 2 that But anyway, made it back to P2, no time to hunt the Croatian down, which was not really an easy job to do. But still, the Spaniard behind me was still making it a little bit hard. As you see, he's just 5/10. He's gaining on me onto the straights because he has a higher acceleration and top speed. You see, he's already there in the radar, trying to get position. I'm going to move on to the left side, move on to the right side. I'm going to go a little bit defensive and see. Look at that. He has a really high top speed. I'm going to squeeze him and then take the position again, which is really good racing from the both of us. He's trying his best to take the place back to him because he was back in P2, but then it's not really working out for him. And here we are, still trying to defend, but not really that much, since I think he made a mistake there on that famous uphill flying left-hander. He did hit the wall, I believe, I'm not really sure, but he fell down. He fell back actually, I might say, a little bit over tense, but he's gonna kind of try and catch up to me, but not really that much. But yeah, making the fastest lap in P2, which lap 2, which stabilizes the lap. As you see here, we're just trying to churn out the laps. We still made it P2, trying to catch up to P1. Sometimes I was really close and sometimes not. But at the end of lap 8, we decided, I actually decided I might go in for newer tires, because the soft tires were starting now to struggle a little bit. And so far, P3, the Spaniard, decided to go in a lap earlier for his newer tires. It was on soft tires, changed to the medium tires. And they actually accidentally pressed onto the soft tires again, which would have really messed up my schedule, I can say. And as you see here, Josel comes in. I'm on my medium tires, they come out. And then two people come rushing past, one of the Mercedes, Javi, and the Albanian, I think that flag is from Albania, I'm not really sure. But for him, it was these two guys, I think, are still on medium tires because they still have to go in for another lap, to go in to change to the soft tires, I believe so. If I can't remember well, but he almost went to the back of him, and he had really to brake really hard. And here we go, side by side. I have fresher tires. He's struggling on his tires. There's an M6 behind me, I think, who was really far behind. He was in the around position 15, I think. It's really, if he didn't go in for his newer tires when we did, he could have been also still maintained a higher position, maybe, I don't know. But anyway, this guy was darting left, right and center. I had to flash him so that he knows that I'm quicker, I have fresher tires, and it's a good thing. He did brake a little bit earlier to let me go, and props to him. Because some people, he flash them and he doesn't, they don't move. And trying to catch up to P2 now, the Mercedes, who still has to go in for newer tires. Brake mass at the right time, I suppose. I almost said nicely, which kind of sounds weird, but yeah. Still trying to catch up to P1, but P1 is now in the zone, trying to catch up to him as P2 darts into the pit lane, and P1, they're all on medium tires. They made them last that long. Also, P5 goes in, DM Zoro. I think that there we go. Nothing really much happened. I just tried to catch up to him, and by the end of the lap, I didn't even notice it. It was that quick. I think I forgot to put some cinematics there. And coming down the start-finish line, we do end up in P2, where we should have ended up from the beginning of the first race. But that happened. I binned it on that corner, went into the gravel and spun round. If I didn't spin round, I might say, I could have made a higher position, like a podium or something. But anyway, if you enjoyed, a like to the video will be okay, and a sub to the channel will be amazing. And there you go, I actually did made it. Anyway, Stay safe out there, take care of each other. And I don't know if you can hear the wind howling out there. It's really, really windy today. Yeah, peace.